Hey, I'm working with Chicago Cycling Network, and we're gonna have a blast today. But before we get to that, you guys see me wearing this pink hat? Can you guys see what it says? It says Rock Skipping Champion. Okay, I'm a rock skipping champion. So we went to vacation, went camping in Prophetstown, which is about 2.5 hours here west of here. And at the 4th of July celebration, they had a rock skipping contest, and I entered. And guess what? Who won? I did. Why? Because as a kid growing up in Jamaica, rock skipping is what we did. That was our favorite pastime. And I can tell this my father-in-law. He thought he was a fantastic rock skipper. Then I joined the family, and now he's second. So we talk about that a lot. He's like, man, I really thought I was good at this thing, but now Omar is here, and they all encouraged me to go to the rock skipping contest and said, you're going to win. And I did win. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's why I'm wearing this pink hat. It's not because of breast cancer awareness month, which is coming up, but eventually I'll wear my pink hat then when it comes to that point. But anyway, guys, thank you for all the people who have been subscribing, been encouraging me to just keep on pushing this channel. All the people who have been coming on and sharing their stories. I mean, so many amazing people in the network that you will just never know. We pass them cycling, we pass them at a coffee shop, but just never know that they have these amazing stories that we can all use to motivate ourselves and just keep ourselves pushing and just use them as an inspiration. Because again, we have some amazing people in Chicago Cycling Network and in the culture. And today we have another person. And how did we meet? We met bike marshalling, and she was very quiet, but she's have a very infectious persona, energy. And many people can attest to this. I mean, I've spoken to Trisha, I've spoken to her friends, like cycling friends like Thea. I've talked to like Sean and everybody, and everyone's like, of course, Gail would be the perfect person because she's just she's good people's, okay? And we'll get into the nitty-gritty of things and learn about her and just use her as a stepping stool, as a way to keep us motivated and to encourage us to why we do what we do. Okay, guys. So introduce yourself and let's get the ball rolling.
Okay. Well, thanks, Omar. Set the bar really high there. Gail Kocher. I am 62, and that's relevant for some other things I think we might talk about. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I had a bicycle growing up, but hardly did it at all. Sold it when I moved to Chicago in 2008. Decided, I'd say about 8, maybe 10 years ago now, I should learn how to cycle because I only live 2 miles from my office. Started it for commuting, decided I wanted to do like these overseas trips on my bicycle. So I did 3 trips in Europe. And on one of them, someone talked about these fondos that happen back east. And I was like, I should try that because there was one in Lancaster County where I'm from. And it was through that adventure that I got much better road bikes, got into Zwift. And that's kind of what's led me to where I am now, the courage to even do the bike marshalling. And that's what led me to meet you.
Yeah. So how long have you been biking for? You said you bike as a kid, but how long have you been with your road bikes and how many years do you say?
In Chicago, probably 2016, so just under 10 years.
Oh, so you're pretty new. Wow. Yeah. And everybody know you already, so that's pretty awesome. So you must be leaving a trail. It must be a true trailblazer for us in Chicago. Because again, I tell you this, a lot of the female cyclists that I know of you. And the guys I know of you because of your work with the Chicago Marathon Bike Marshal. So do you want to explain to people what the Chicago Bike Marshal is a little bit?
Oh yeah. For me, it's just so exciting. I get to do something that I love while I get to help and take care of the athletes that are running the marathon. I'm not a runner. I don't want to be a runner. I'm okay with not running. But I know you often do the wheelchair and the hand cycles as well. And I feel an extra sense of worth in helping them because we protect them. We're that extra set of eyes on the road because first of all, they're freaking fast and people don't see them coming. And the crowds are a little thinner at first thing in the morning. And so it's just, to me, it's a really important way to give back to people that just want to do what they love.
Yeah. I mean, same thing too. I mean, I finished marshaling one of the wheelchair elite runners, and for sure we were there the year when they broke the world record too. So
Yeah.
that was pretty amazing to see. But one of our role, basically, as marshal, again, as mentions it, to protect the people who are in front, make sure that the course is clear, and sometimes when they finish with their duties, we go back and we can cut through the course and try to make sure we have enough people have enough of their medicine or whatever, biofreeze, because sometimes people run into biofreeze. Last year I was running in between, checkpoints, taking biofreeze in between mile 18 to mile 20, going back to 16 and navigating. So a lot of fun, but we do it because we love to help the people. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So who got you into the bike marshalling? How do you hear about bike marshalling?
So I live on the route. I live right about just before mile 26. And so, when you live on the route, you either stay and, just embrace it, or you get out of Dodge. And because I have friends that are runners, I used to volunteer and do either Start Corral or water stations. And then Start Corral was better because then you were done and we could go back and hang out in our neighborhood and just cheer people on all day long. And so one year I saw that after I got into cycling, I saw that there were cyclists. I was like, oh, wow, and it became my bucket list item. Never thought I would have the opportunity. And after I met Trisha, I mentioned it in passing, I guess the first year that it was coming up on marathon. And she's like, oh, the bike shop I work at, they're the ones that do the marshals. Let me see if they need people. And suddenly I started bike marshaling with Johnny Sprockets for all the Bank of America races that we now have 3 a year instead of just Shamrock and the marathon.
Yeah. And again, marshalling is so much fun. So much fun. And again, you just see Raymond Chuck and all those guys just flying on the wheelchair like 35 miles an hour. You're like, what? It's super, a lot of fun. So you're into bike marshalling, you mentioned your age. So what kind of racing / riding do you do typically? Are you more kind of everybody know about Zwift, or are you more of an outdoor racer? Because I know you did some TT and you're a state champion. Where's the jersey? Where's the jersey?
I was the only one in my category.
Okay, so the rule is.
But I still showed up, started and finished.
Okay, so the rule is never let the truth ruin a good story. There was about 100 people in her age group and she won. Yeah, so tell us about that.
Yeah, so I don't even know what, I had done some racing on Zwift, but I don't know what possessed me to try an outdoor time trial. Omar knows very well I'm not comfortable in group rides. I think I've done one big group ride and you guys took care of me and looked after me, but it was very nerve-wracking for me because just that whole thing about people being right there by you. Never going to do a crit, probably never going to do a road race unless it's the seniors. And so I decided to try a time trial because most of the time when I race on Zwift, I end up doing a TT by myself because I get dropped by the front pack. So I tried it, I guess it was 23. No, it would have been the end of 22 because this is my third full outdoor season. And I had a lot of fun. So I did the very last race the first year. So I've now raced, last year I raced, that was in 23. Last year I raced, we also have road bike categories. So last year I raced in the road bike category and had fun. But one of the things I wanted to do was qualify for National Senior Games. So I did the Illinois and Wisconsin state games last year to qualify for this year's National Senior Games in my age group. And so since I qualified, I'm like, I got to step it up a bit.
Oh, yeah, that's the way to go.
So I added aero bars, which I'm still getting used to, but, we'll see. So this year I'm racing TT category again because I have the aero bars on, even though I don't have a true time trial bike.
So you plan to get them because it would make such a big difference?
Probably. I don't know.
All right, let's okay. Before we get to that,
I've noticed the difference because Friday I went out and did the Joliet ride, just 20 miles, just so I could spend time in the aero bars and not worry about being in a race, or I was just by myself. And I did notice the difference.
Yeah. So let's how many bikes do you have?
3.
So you're like, what's the spread? You have a road bike.
They're all 2 road bikes and a commuter bike that doesn't get ridden very much.
Well, we need to engage a commuter bike, but I guarantee if you get a TT bike, you're probably going to add another 2 miles an hour on your speed.
I thought about it, and the bike shop guy that built my Argon and got me that, he's like, let's try the aero bars first.
No, it's a good step.
Yeah.
It's a good step because a lot of people, going in.
It's so different.
It's so different. Also, putting aero bar on like a road bike is not the same feel as having an aero bicycle, because the geometry is different.
Still different.
The muscle engagement is different. Yep. And all this different position is different. Your spirit different, and all the different things. So, but I can tell you, your tri-bike will not be a good bike at climbing. So don't ever take your tri-bike on a hilly road. I'm telling you, it will hurt. I mean, it's the point where in Tour de France, if it gets too hilly, they're allowed to switch bikes.
And they did. I think it was last year or the year before they did that. Some of them did do that because of the gradient. The gradient was just crazy.
I mean, I can tell you, taking this up Tower Hill, it's not the biggest hill around town, but it's one of the hills here. I can feel a big difference with this bike versus my road bike. But maybe you can get where one day and you'll be like dominating even more. Even if there are like 200 people in the age group, you'll still win. This will be state champion. So let's see how that play out. So are you watching the Tour de France now?
Of course.
And who you rooting for?
I admit I'm a big Jumbo-Visma supporter. I like all the American racers. I like to see them do well because I think it helps American cycling. Mm-hmm. I like Tadej, but I'm not a Tadej fan. I don't know why. I don't dislike him. I think it changes in how I see everybody racing, how I see them treating each other, how I see them treating their teammates. Some of that to me is important, but I mean, they're all phenomenal to watch. It's just, yesterday for me was exciting because it was a time trial day. Mm-hmm. And I'm just amazed at Remco just as a time, like, I don't know how he is that far down and his eyes are never hardly up. I don't know how I get it's a closed course, but still you got to see. Practice.
Maybe they have a camera, don't we? We're not seeing, but no, those guys are booking it, man.
Yeah. I've also been really excited to see Quinn Simmons do well after, what he dealt with in, I think it was Tour de Suisse 2 years ago, and come back and be confident on the bike. I like EF,
Well, EF won today, right? I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see the end. It's okay.
Crap.
No.
Sorry.
No, there's no spoilers. There's no spoilers here. I was trying, I think it was stage 3. I deliberately stayed off of social media all day. I opened Strava up for some reason and I'm like, well, now I know who won. So it's all fine.
Okay, sorry.
That would be exciting.
I didn't call the name, but that's okay. At least
I do know who was in the breakaway, but that doesn't mean the breakaway won.
Correct. So my lips are sealed, guys. Lips are sealed. It's Tour de France now, so we're all.
It's just the fun of watching and seeing what can happen, and hoping that it's all good stuff and not, I hate seeing any of them crash, and I can't watch when they go down the descents really fast. I have to be like,
I can't watch. But it all comes with the sport, and some of these guys, they're professional. Unfortunately, whether you're professional or local rides, you're going to be accidents and stuff. And unfortunately, what happened, to our boy, but speedy recovery, and all the best. I mean, you saw Vingegaard, he crashed and he came back and he got second and he's still in the top 10. So let's see how that works out.
The only bummer is that because of all the changes in the coverage, I can't watch the women's Giro right now without setting up fancy stuff. But so that one I follow on social media as much as possible.
Good. And you saw that Hincapie started some team in the US team now. So in 2 years or so, you want to have a really good.
That's going to be interesting, I think, to see how that pans out.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. I wish I was young. I mean, I wish I'd pick up cycling when I was much younger. But it didn't happen that way. Plus, I couldn't afford a bike anyway, because when you're in school and training and stuff, and Because I know, we for all the kids that are riding now, their biggest sponsors are their parents,
Right.
right? So I didn't have that support, but I think
It's not a cheap sport.
No, it's not. It's not.
And I mean, I think people that are in it understand it, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, you can't just buy a bike at the, at Sears or whatever."
And expect it to
Walmart.
perform as a bike that you buy like a Trek or a Specialized or something. It's night and day, and the learning curve is just so steep.
Yeah. The good news, my handlebars are within UCI regulation.
Good. So it's not less than 38.
No, it's under 40.
It's under 40?
Yeah.
I thought it was 30. Okay, maybe because there's
unless
the big
it's
discussion.
Different for women.
A big discussion because you're like, well, what about a guy with smaller bodies? How are you gonna, and also for females?
Yeah. They said I've seen reports where a majority of not only the women, but the male pros are all right now on bikes with handlebars that are illegal size. Somewhere along the line, I think UCI's got to have to relook at that.
Yeah. Even though Tadej Pogacar bike, they say, was actually 35 grams below the legal limit, because it was supposed to be like what I think 6.8 kgs, and I think his bike is like 6.75 something. So he's below of like 35 grams.
Wow.
But anyway, that's another story. So any plans for this year are coming up for racing, or just going to be doing stuff?
Just I've got National Senior Games at the end of July, and so that has been my focus.
And what's the location for that one?
It's going to be in Des Moines, Iowa. From what I understand, the course is flat. Yes.
What about the wind?
I haven't looked at that yet. I need to start looking at my windsock on that. We have a 5K and a 10K. 5K's straight out. 10K will be out and back. So yeah, it could be windy because it's out by the airport, which means there's not going to be a lot of cover. But
3 miles, 3.1 miles, all you got. That's great. Yeah. So something I talk about is something at the airport. So I learned that when a plane takes off, it takes off in the wind.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it helped with the lift.
Oh yeah, so that makes sense.
So there's lift, thrust, and drag. So you need to have the push in the plane to get it off. Yeah. And when they land with the wind in your back.
Okay, so that makes sense. I just never would have thought about it.
Yeah. But I'm kind of a nerd a little bit, so that's why I know those things. So any other than the nationals, any other thing coming up?
Just we have a few more TTs in the Mid-America Time Trial Series. Anybody interested? Check us out. Come race with us. We still have a couple more to go. Good fun. Most of them are Sunday mornings. Most of them are out west a little bit, but mostly flat. The big hill climb is over, which I skipped. That was actually the same weekend as the Rockford Tri, so you know how hot that was.
Ooh, that was yeah. Where was I? I think I was camping when at Rockford. I think I was actually. Oh yeah, we were in the UP for vacation.
Okay.
And that's when I discovered. Well, before we went, I saw a video that talks about those rock called Uper lights. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of Uper light rocks? Mm-mm. You shine a UV light on them and they light up. So we got a bunch of UV lights, flashlights. I went Uper light hunting, and we found a few, and they're pretty, like a rock like this big is like $30. One like this big can be like $60.
Oh wow!
So I will show you because I found a few. And I told my boys, if you don't find a rock, do not come back home.
I was going to say the kids must have had a blast.
Oh, we had a blast finding the rocks. And my older boys, I told them, if you don't find a rock, you will not come home. So we waited at 10 o'clock. They're all
home, right?
They all came back home. So we left at like 10 o'clock. We didn't got back to the cabin until like almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow!
Because you can walk for like miles and miles and never find a rock because they're really hard to find.
Huh?
They're very rare. Okay, but when you find them, it's the happiest feeling you can ever get. So
I'm sure. That sounds
I'll show you.
I can't wait to see.
Uper light guys is so awesome. Telling them in Upper Peninsula, you can find them. Like we're right here in the cabin, and Lake Superior is like half a block away.
Oh, sweet!
So we could just walk out to Lake Superior and then go right on the edge and then look for Uper lights. That was pretty cool. So I see you're wearing a shirt that's a Revolution Velo virtual racing. Can you? What is that?
That's my Zwift team. I got, COVID hit. I had already been using Zwift just to do my training that you call it. I mean, I was with training under Taya at the time, but with the group cycling. And, then it was just about fitness and keeping active. And then COVID hit, couldn't go anywhere. And so suddenly I started, Zwifting way more than I had been before that. I think it was in July, I saw this thing that they were going to have this women's 3-day stage race on Zwift. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if I should try that. And I tried it. And that's how I ended up getting on Revo. And so that's eventually how I met Trisha and Paige and Katie and a lot of the Chicago land. I probably missed someone. Denise, Lisa, who am I missing? That's how I met the Chicagoland crew.
Gotcha.
And so we still, we're kind of in it's kind of in the summer season. A lot of folks are doing IRL, but I'm now the race director for Revo, which keeps me pretty busy.
Pretty awesome. So you guys, she said IRL, that's been in real life. So because I have kids, so I have to learn all these stuff. I have to know what Sigma means and Riz and Skibbity and all these different things. So I have to learn this stuff. Yeah. So
I don't know what this means.
Yeah. My kids keep me. I try to be cool to know what those things mean.
I'm sure you're one of the coolest dads on the block.
I try a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool that you do the virtual racing and stuff. So I guess a lot of time you just spend like in the wintertime, like racing a lot and when it gets
I mean, we do Zwift Racing League. There's a whole series now. They're trying to really promote women's cycling and a women's series. So as Revo is a women's only team, so we do try to we try to support those events as well. And then we also have group rides D, so way below your skill level. Good recovery ride for you. So I also do ride leads from time to time. But through COVID, I met so many people, and I have a huge amount of friends now that I know just from Zwift. Last summer, I had the opportunity to stay with 2 different sets of friends when I went up into the Vermont area to do a fondo. So
that's a beautiful thing about cycles. I was talking to you before. I met some guys from BMTR, which is a Zwift group. I met them in person before I met them on Zwift.
Oh no, that's even more interesting.
Because again, I think I mentioned to you that I met like Nick D. Sean, I met Brian Kelly and some other guys in real life.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, on the Zoom, I'm like, oh, you're the person in Zwift group. Oh, I'm like, yeah. So that
because I do a lot of BMTR rides. I do their short adventure level rides, but so that's the people I stayed with were all BMTR people that who I'd met through BMTR. So they're kind of like my second community.
Small, rural, and amazing cycling community. So what level on Zwift are you now?
I am a D, and I am
okay
about that.
What level?
Oh, I'm 100.
You're 100. Ooh, she's at 100.
I have the confetti socks.
Oh, look at you and the pretty everything. So are you trying to upgrade your bikes now so you can get the fancy?
Yes. So of course I upgraded my Cadex TT first, and that's done. And I'm currently upgrading my Tarmac Specialized because that's
the first time I upgraded actually.
Yeah, because that's what supposedly now is the top all round racing.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably do the Athos for climbing. Not looking forward to that because it's all about elevation to upgrade it. I'm probably not going to deal with trying to upgrade the Tron.
Well, no. Well, the Tron is once you upgrade those like 3 bikes.
No, it's 3 Zwift bikes.
3 Zwift bikes. Then you can do the Tron, right?
Right, but Zwift brand, not so for like Specialized. Do 3 Specialized. There is a Specialized Halo bike, and the same. I think there's a Pinarello. I forget what the third one is, and then you can upgrade the Tron by upgrading 3 of the Zwift brand bikes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Sounds complicated, but for all the Zwifter nerds, it's simple.
I get it. For people that are at level 100 or above, that's pretty much all we got anymore.
I guarantee you, in a couple of weeks, months, they're gonna give us something new because I know guys who are probably at level 200 now.
Yeah,
because all they do is a Zwift, and that's it. I started Zwifting in 2020, COVID. So I'm a COVID Zwifter, and I kind of cheat a little bit to upgrade it, where I do all the new routes in Zwift to get the XPs. I would look for all the double XP rides because all those
Yeah.
give you points.
Right, they give you extra.
And then within like 4 years, I went to whole level 100.
That's cool.
I was pushing. I've done all the routes in Zwift.
Probably took me at least 5, maybe 6. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I was going
Yeah.
crazy. Like every route on Zwift that are open, I have done them. Because
Even
you
the
get
New France routes?
Done. It shows up in your little. Yeah. All those are in
probably never going to do Vento, and I'm okay with that.
Man, Vento is something because you think you get your finish, and then you realize, wait a minute, I'm just like halfway. I just keep on going. I think I've done Vento maybe 3, 4, 5 times already.
Or it'll be when I'm trying to upgrade the Athos. I'll do just all my workouts.
Alp is good too. Alp is good. I like Alp because you have the segments.
The switchbacks. Yeah, there's more to look at.
Exactly. But that's pretty cool. I think you're a big Zwifter because there's other platforms out there, but I'm used to Zwift and I'm probably going to change.
Yeah,
Zwift works for me.
It works for what I need. It's a community for me now.
I'm a social butterfly. Everybody knows that in Chicago when it comes to Omar. As I told you before, I don't race, but I have all the team jerseys in Chicago because I like people, man. People are awesome.
Every once in a while I'm on Zwift and I see a ride on for you and I'm like, it's Omar.
That's a good thing about you. We cheer each other on, and there comes Gail, and I'm like, that's awesome, I feel like I'm taking. So the other thing I didn't tell you that I whenever I see you and you give me a ride on Zwift, I look at you as have you ever heard of the name Florence Nightingale before? Mm-hmm. So Nightingale, that's my name for you. The famous nurse who helped all the people in the Crimean War and everything. So whenever I see you, I always think Florence Nightingale. So that should be your nickname, Nightingale. Okay, that's my name for you.
Okay. I probably we're not let's just say my Zwift friends, not my Revo, not my Chicago kids, but the nickname that they've given me about a TT gets flagged on the chat.
Really? Yeah.
They call me the dominatrix. I don't know if it's that true.
Should we try to find out, guys, or not? Okay, maybe next time.
About it being a TT, but I don't know that it's true. But that's what they.
If many people say it, it's true, and and I said, let's stick to never let the truth in a good story. Yes. In this time, the truth prevails. She's what she says. She's definitely probably in the TT. She's a state champion. Come on, look at that. You can't beat that. Yeah. So what's one of like a fun cycling memory that you've ever had? Like that's one that just stood out at you, so that people can get a little bit too. Let's just jump to that. If you don't remember now, we can look at. But something was just like
kind of. I still think I still love the opportunities that I had to cycle in Europe, because I think it made me love cycling even more. And that's what fueled me to keep doing more when I came back.
Yes, specifically, where in Europe was this again?
So the first time I was in, we circled Lake Constance, and so it was Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. They drove us up one day for the Austria day. They drove us up into the Alps, and then we rode down.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
That was beautiful. And then we did Prague to Vienna. So we cycled along the Danube. One day we were where we stopped. We walked across the bridge, and I have a picture somewhere of one foot is in Germany and one foot is in Austria. And then the last one we did Scandinavia. So we started in Copenhagen. We took the ferry, which not on the bikes, but we were on the ferry, and then we ended up in Stockholm.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
So just, seeing places that I'd never been able to see before.
Was it part of Trek Travel, or was it different?
This was through Vermont Bicycling Tours.
Got you.
So, I picked easy because I want to go back and do another one, and I want to pick something a little harder, because at the time I was still riding my commuter style bikes. I didn't get a road bike until after Probably after the third one. No, after the second one, maybe. The first
Gotcha.
thing I had was a giant road bike with tow cages.
Old school.
But I didn't get out and ride it that much. And even then, I wasn't doing a lot of Zwift. And so I don't even know what happened, but my friends back in Pennsylvania, I think I went back. I wanted to buy, I was like, I need to buy, I went back to buy a trainer. That's what it was. I was going to buy, because I had one of the old Cyclops mag wheel things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why I didn't use it that much. So I went back at Christmas time and I was buying my first kicker. I came home with a bike too.
That's the way it goes.
So I had my...
you went in for a bike helmet,
Yeah.
and you come back out with 2 bikes.
Yeah.
And a helmet.
And
and no helmet, actually.
So I traded in the giant road bike and that's when I got my my Argon Krypton which is now my dedicated trainer bike. I finally got the Sum last 23. I had waited. I had it on order for like 15 months.
Wow. But you got it. You got
I got it. And I'm glad I got it now because Argon stopped shipping to the US again.
Why? Okay, all right, never mind.
The word that we don't want to talk about.
That word is like Bruno, so we won't even talk about it. Yeah, so you guys noticed that my signature book got replaced by this beautiful book here. And I mean, I won't talk about it, but you can see what it says. It says 2024 Gail Kocher.
Kocher.
It's
okay.
See, again, it's a Jamaican tour. It's like I mess up stuff all the time. So I see Kocher. You guys, she said it right. All right, please could you explain what this book is all about, so people could know.
So I don't even know how. Oh, I found this through the Argon 18 owner list on Facebook, and I think it's Daniel. His name is escaping me. I actually met him and his wife when they were in Chicago a couple months ago. But he's has this program that connects into your Strava, pulls all the information, and makes a book of what you did for the calendar year.
Ah.
So, and then I got to pick. This photo is from the Grand Fondo I did in Vermont last summer.
So all these images are from your Strava.
They're from Strava. There's a lot of a lot is well, and I was his first Swifter to ever. He's got a lot of folks that do triathlons and stuff, but I was his first Swifter. So there was from the Shamrock.
What? This is pretty cool, guys. You guys, I didn't even know this existed. This is pretty awesome. So basically, take all of her experiences on Zwift, pictures, anything she have done, and turn it into a book.
Yeah.
I want one for Christmas. All of her routes, comms, everything. It's all here. All of her local legends. It's all here. It's pretty cool. That's her. Oh, nice.
You can.
That's a nice workout.
Some of the things. Thank Taya. You fix some of the pictures and stuff, but
so you can get even your Zwift. Oh, look at this. We made it. This is from bike marshalling. Am I in the picture?
You should.
No, because I'm always one to taking the pictures.
You probably did take. Is that marathon?
Yeah, I
Either
Dave Lipinski. Yeah, I took this picture.
You were probably taking it.
Yeah, I take the pictures. That's so funny.
I missed all the pictures because I was late for the half.
What is this? Oh, and this one is this one?
Let's see. Oh, so it also has all my Pure Bar workouts. So we did a rooftop class off of the Arrive building over on Canal in the South Loop.
And this is who that's from.
Yeah.
This is so awesome.
This is weird, but I think this is from Vermont also. That's they have a causeway that goes between.
I know where these people here. Heading home.
Oh, so this is from Bike the Drive. I think I'm trying to think, did she take it? My friend took the picture, but Derek and his wife Christine used to live in the South Loop. They're the ones that started bike commuting with me. And so they brought their kids and I think his aunt. And so I did Bike the Drive with them part of Bike the Drive with them
Oh,
this year.
Again, I didn't even know this thing exists. Wow, look at this, guys. Second, she's in second place, right?
Yes, that was the Illinois Senior Games. My only official podium shot.
Wow. This is like really cool. Who's this person next to you?
Oh, that's Jill Resick from Triple X. That was the day we had our Matt's event awards thing, and a couple of us got together and did just a real low key ride together. That was like 6 miles to a coffee shop and back. And that was the day that my tire kept going flat.
But you figured it out.
The sealant was all gone in my tubeless tire.
So you're a tubeless person.
I have tubeless.
I'm still running tubes actually. I'm not converted. I'm not convinced because I've heard when they work, and when they don't, they don't. So
it's been a learning curve for me, and I was really struggling with it for a little while here, beginning of the year. And it's because I just needed to learn how to unclog the valves, fix it. And so now that Saj has been very patient and taught me, I've had really good luck. The sum is actually at the shop getting tuned up for so it's ready for senior games.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, I mean, I like having tubeless because then I know because I can't change a tire. I cannot change a bike tire with a tube in it. I don't know how to do it. Trisha has tried to teach me, but I would need help. So at least with the tubeless, as long as the sealant's in there,
you're good.
It's gonna help me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then my story is I actually learned to change a bike tire from a friend of mine in Miami. His name is Hector Picard, and he has no arms. I could show you the video.
And Hector taught you to change.
And Hector taught me. He made a video and I watched it, and that's all I was showing the bike tire.
Wow.
Hector Picard. There's a story of Hector Picard. If you watch Living Dead, that TV show, mm-hmm. There's a picture with a black lady holding 2 zombies next to her. Hector Picard is one of those zombies. That was not makeup. That was a real person. that was him. He has like one arm here and the other one is like going here.
Wow.
I want to think, yes. And that was actually him when I watched him change a tire. That's how I learned to change a tire.
Wow.
Hector Picard. Thank you.
That's
no
crazy.
Joke. Yeah. But guys,
excuse me.
This is pretty cool. You can get all of your Zwift pictures in a book.
Training Sparkle.
Can we buy these too? Do you have a signed copy? You can have a book signing or you come on.
Yeah. And it wasn't expensive. It was like maybe $80.
Yeah, that's good. That's like a GP 5000 tire. So what tire are on your bike now? You're a GP 5000 person or?
Oh gosh, what are they?
Because everybody runs GP. All my bikes are GP 5000. I'm not going back to anything else.
It's whatever the new. It starts with a P.
Pinarello. I think Pinarello has some new ones.
I don't think it's a Pinarello tire though.
Vittoria got some good ones too.
It might still be a Vittoria tire, but the
name has yeah.
I don't know. It's supposed to be like the fancy new road tire.
The fancy new road tire for everybody is GP 5000. Those are untouchable.
I probably have a picture of it, but it'll take me forever to look it up. But I'll look it up and tell you later.
Gotcha. So one thing, I know for somebody like yourself, we have different obstacles that we have to deal with in cycling, but it is what it is. So what are some of the obstacles you face as a cyclist in Chicago?
Because of where I live and my comfort level in the kind of training I want to do, finding a place to ride outside that I can get to conveniently. Like I wanted to practice on the aero bars. I'm not doing that in the lake path.
No, 100%. I don't like.
So for me to ride outside, I have to drive somewhere. So that's why I do a lot of my training indoors. 95% of my training is inside. And then there are groups that I can ride with, but it's my comfort level in riding in a group of people.
Gotcha.
So I think those are more for me, the barriers, and I've just worked around them. Like I went and did that ride on July 4th. I did 20 miles. I was by myself, talked to people at the stops, actually ran into one of my friends from time trials, but I just did my own thing and I was happy. And because it was pretty open, it was open, roads weren't closed, but it was very country roads, I wasn't as worried as I would be trying to ride through the streets of Chicago.
Gotcha.
I have almost been hit by a taxi once.
But still, you've been keeping your oversight down, as we say here.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good.
Oh, and then he pulls up beside me at the stoplight and he's like, "Are you trying to die?" I'm like, "No, I had the right of way." Took down remembered his license plate and I did report that one.
Yeah, you need to report his people because, again, thanks to Ed Brill and all the work he's been doing, he's been really trying to improve, cycling safety. And it's like people, once you're in a car, and it's talking about different cultures, once you're in a car, is of this entitlement, like cyclists don't belong.
Yeah.
And we have all these rights, guys. Come on, just be nice, please.
And I try really hard to remember that when I'm in a car, and make sure I'm treating pedestrians too, and cyclists and other cars the way I want to be treated when 100%. I'm walking or I'm on a bike.
Like when I'm passing cyclists on the road, I literally go to the other side of the street, and they're becoming like, I'm like, yeah, I got a bike, dude. I know what's up. I'm not going to be close to you. I know your pain and then what it feels like. So I go away from these people. So that's same thing you say. Treat people like you want to be treated on the road when you're in a bicycle or in a car, vice versa. So, and guys, people in cars, I always say, please don't be a twat waffle. Okay, be nice.
What he said.
Yeah, don't be a twat waffle. That's my new word that I really like to use that word. So we didn't touch on this, but what do you do outside of cycling?
So I work in health insurance. Don't hate me. I do a lot of work with data standards and moving data around. I'm sure you're well familiar with HIPAA.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my daily job.
No HIPAA violation over here.
So, so in some ways, cycling is also a good outlet.
So you work from home or you have to go in the office somewhere?
Technically, I'm supposed to be in the office 20%. So that's one day a week, most of the time. My boss, like last week, I was like, "Can I work from home?" Because I live south of all the NASCAR stuff, closures. Gotcha. And he's like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Did NASCAR happen already or it's coming?
It was last weekend.
How was that?
You were gone.
Did you see? Yeah, I was near. I was in Prophetstown becoming the rock skipping champion. Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
It wasn't, I'm far enough south that I don't hear it unless I walk up that way. But, traffic, people, it's hard. So a lot of times I don't actually commute to work on my bike just because I spend so much time on the bike on the trainer. And I try to make my in-office day my off-bike day.
Gotcha.
That works out most of the time. So I probably could have gotten there faster walking if I'd have walked last week, but I just was able to work from home.
Gotcha. Yeah. So as we come to an end, anything you want to leave us with, like what keeps you going? What's the motivation behind you just having fun on the bike since 2016 or something like that? Yeah.
Just makes me feel better. Being able, I don't want to be the old lady that can't get up the stairs on the bus or, needs help getting into the car. And for me, cycling is a great way to keep myself active, keep myself busy. And I think it does help my mental and physical and emotional well-being. And I would love to see more people be on a bike. I don't care what kind of bike it is. I don't care how far you go. I don't care if you have an e-bike. Just get out there and do it. Try it.
Tell it to my father-in-law to get an e-bike. He didn't want to get an e-bike because he's much older now, so he's a little bit slower. And I'm like, you can hang with us, get an e-bike. And he's like, no, if we get an e-bike, because like I'm a handicap. I'm like, let's think about it. You can be out. You can be hanging out with us the entire time. There's a fantastic road bike, e-bike now you can ride it, but he refuses. So let's see.
People make people feel like it's cheating or it's not.
If you're not going to go take people's comms and whatever, just get on the bike, because the people get sensitive with their comms and everything like that.
Yeah.
But you just go there and just be out there. And I've said this already. The moment I get old enough, I can keep up with some of these people in special groups, I'm going to e-bike. Judge me all you want. Some of my friends make fun of me, but like, I'm on an e-bike. So it is what it is.
It's better than sitting on the couch.
Exactly.
It's better for you than sitting on the couch.
Exactly.
Better for your family.
And that's why we're gonna keep it going. So guys, we've learned about a lot of things about Gail that I didn't know before. State champion of a book. She's head of the race director. The race director. Oh, she's a race director. Look at that. How cool is that? Mrs. Director or Miss Director. All right, all
Miss
these
or
cool
Miss.
things. And if you see Gail out there, she's maybe like big into group riding. If you see her out there on the bike path, remember see her. Look, remember the face, right? Remember the face, the Nightingale face or the dominatrix face. Either one, she'll accept it. But hey, we have people like Gail in the network, and this is what again I think what makes Chicago really, really amazing place. She's not only doing her racing, but she's volunteering with the bike marshal in Shamrock, Chicago Marathon, the Chicago 13.1, because she's also giving back. It's not about just herself. She's being very unselfish and she's giving back to the community. And we need more people like this. Okay. And there's many other things out there that you can do in Chicago to contribute to the cycling community. You have to be a crit racer. She doesn't do crit racing. She's not going to do road racing, but she'll do what she does. And that's the beautiful thing about it. You find what works for you and you do it. And it makes you happy. It's good for your well-being and mental state. And plus, she's cool people's, man. You get to talk to her. She's the coolest person you'll ever meet. I'm telling you. And do you still have my hat on my back or my something? Do you still have something for me?
I forgot to bring it.
I
literally was driving down Pratt Street and I'm like, I forgot that.
No, I probably don't need
I owe him a hat and a t-shirt from Shamrock Shuffle last year.
Yeah, because I didn't want to keep it. She's like, I'll keep it. Like, okay, you can.
And I keep saying I'll take it up to the shop, and I haven't even gotten to the shop.
It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Maybe we're gonna do another beer ride with because the evolution of the beer ride now. It's not Johannesburg, but see, maybe you come out with one of those. They have taco rides now. Taco rides, beer ride. It's pretty awesome stuff. And then this evening, I think I'm gonna go to the Evolution Spiteful ride. It's a very chill ride, and when they finish at Spiteful, and we have a couple of drinks and hang out and
fun.
It's only like 2 miles away from where I live, so it's pretty awesome. And the cool thing about where I live, I am central to almost all of the rides starting and ending. The Wednesday night ride, 7-Eleven, which is just like 2 blocks from here. Triple X at Pratt on the Ridge, it's right here. Okay. I'm like 6.5 miles from Plaza del Arc, Plaza, where everybody meets for riding. Yeah. And all the cool stuff. That's the bad thing about being in the South Loop. I have to either ride to get to the ride or drive to get to the ride. And yeah. But and then I ride some guys down south called Misfit. They meet at like Lakeshore Drive on like 87 way down south. Oh. And I went on far, went like Tinley Park here, or whatever that park was like. And it was like, I was so amazed about how amazing the roads were there. Bike lanes everywhere. Oh, wow. People are very nice. Oh, I haven't been out there. They literally give us 1 lane. The cops see us. They're waving at us, turning siren out to block. I'm like, this is pretty cool. I didn't expect that in South Chicago. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Didn't expect it. But I went with the Misfit cycle with Kevin Carter. And I was like, I felt so welcome. Like people never on their Porsches, I was about to say veranda because I'm Jamaican. On their Porsches, they're waving at us. The kids are happy. I'm like, this is pretty cool because you don't see that as much up north. It's like, why are you doing here? Down south, they literally, if it's 2 lanes, they give you a lane. Up north is more like it's a suburb. Is that it? Yeah. They don't want to stay in the neighborhoods, those kind of. But anyway, either way, Chicago is still a nice place to bike in. Yeah. So we really enjoy it. So again, thank you guys for sitting us, learning about Gail. As I'm calling her again, Nightingale. I won't say the other word because she's gonna bust out laughing. But yeah, I'm just so happy that we can have a platform like this where we can actually share and talk about cycling again, learn about different people and all different things that goes on in Chicago because you just never know. And again, if anything you want to say before we wrap up, anything. No, nothing else comes to mind. Nothing, but other than this, right? It did take you a long time to talk me into doing it. Correct. It took not just me; it also took Trish, maybe other people, and then finally I decided 13.1. I'm like, and you're like, I know, sir, but beautiful story. I mean, I didn't know these things about you. Chicago didn't know these things about you, but you step up, and this is why I really, whenever anybody come on this and talk with us, I really appreciate it because you guys don't even know the big impact you're making for, people from different ages, different sexes. They see you and they're like, you know what, if you're doing this, I can do it. I learned about this book. I didn't know this was a thing. I had no idea. So now we know
Yeah.
you can get this done.
I'll-
Christmas gift.
I'll send you the link.
Please do. Please do. So we
Yeah.
can spread the word, because let's support the guy who does this too, right? So this is what we're all about.
He's from Belgium, and they came into Chicago a few months ago. I think he's coming back marathon. I think he's going to be back for the marathon. But I got a chance to meet him and his wife, and they brought me Belgian chocolates.
Oh,
Like real Belgian chocolates, not the ones you would buy at the airport, but like real ones.
the real McCoy,
Yeah.
as they would say.
I slowly worked my way through that box. It was wonderful.
Awesome. All right, guys. So we've met Gail. She's in the network. Say hi to her. Be nice. So as we come to an end, and as I always say, keep the miles and smiles going until we meet again. One love.